That's the toughest thing to get used to here. Ball is away. It is low. It is received at the 3 by Gill. And he's got some blocks. Gill, right sideline. Tripped up by Myers. Just shy of midfield. A 44-yard return.
Have got 7 men on the line and then 2 up men. And here's a little kick that Parker Washington's going to field at about the 6. And he's got room to the 20-yard line. Tries to shuffle inside. Gets a little bit of a block. Tries to get across the 30. He's got room. He's going to the 40 and to the 50. The 45 and the 40. Makes a man miss. He's on the run to the 30. Still going to the 20-yard line. It's a 74-yard return.
Remember they had the 151-game winning streak?
They do some winning.
He played on 4 straight teams and they never lost a game.
Here's Jackson, Jaquan Jackson back deep. Out across the 25. Nice little cutback there by Kearis Jackson. Not done! Former undrafted free agent out of Georgia in his 2nd season. A nifty run back and some great speed out to the left side. New kickoff rules and a giant kickoff return for Kearis Jackson.
He is just as flatlined as they come. So here's the first kickoff. And it's going to be fielded in the end zone, brought out. And he's got a lane all the way out to the 40-yard line. And I think that was Dicker that had to make the tackle. You don't want to see that.
In years past, everyone would be lined up at the 20 and you'd have your punter. And here is
big play opportunity.
Bixby across the 20.
Big play opportunity.
And he's got a hole. He's on the run up the 40 and he falls down at the 45-yard line. But there's 18 seconds left.
Yeah, well, you know, our backup defenders just haven't stopped him. They haven't even slowed him down. Okay, end zone.
From the goal line at Gould. Gets a seal block from Cleveland. Bounces it outside. And will be steered by Lutz towards midfield, but by far the best return for either side today's game.
I actually had a lot of freedom here to do different things. I partnered with the crafts to really try to make a difference in the community, not just on the football field. There goes our guy. David Wallace. Turn the burners on. There he goes.
If you can get a hand on it, get a tip, sometimes you're fortunate enough to get an interception. That time knocking it down, forcing a punt.
Jack Fox, the punt. Remigio from his own 5-yard line. Across the 10 to 15. Has a lane across the 30. Cuts it back to the 35 and brought down across the 45-yard line. What a return there for Nico Remigio. I know you got a couple of good ones to start your season. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more of that on Thursday, but you'll be in a couple of hot spots the first couple of weeks. That ball skips in there. Sky Moore on the return. And Sky Moore still on his feet across the 45 and up to the 48. Outstanding return for Sky Moore.
This team playing special teams for a reason. Might be his ticket to being on the 53. So bringing it out for Seattle, D. Williams. He was just beyond the goal line. He's got a nice seam there along the right side. And almost brought that one out to the 40-yard line. So the league wants to see more kickoffs, and the Seattle side will like that kickoff there. Tackle made by Elijah Molden.
What's been the early return on this new kickoff rule?
Yeah, I think it's it's different. I think I always think like I'd be really tempted to false start, when the ball's kicked, because you're so used to doing that.
So far the defense has given up 58 yards. That's it. Tucker waiting for it.
He's got room.
He does have room. Tries the sideline. Stays in bounds. Trey Tucker. He has been electric here in the preseason. And he's got the Raiders set up inside the 35.
You got Charlie Jones and Travion Williams back deep. And off we go from Cincinnati. No action until the ball is touched. Now they go from the 4-yard line. This is Charlie Jones down the sideline. And Charlie Jones with a great run back all the way out to the 48-yard line.
At a certain point throughout the fall, we'll get together and start kind of blending the pro and the college. But really, it never ends in both the pro and college side.
So even though the college season hasn't started yet, they've already been around in training camps and starting to get evaluations.
Yeah, for sure.
Big return for the Chiefs. Showing off the speed, McCole Hardman.
Everybody on this football team loves Bucky Irvin, and he's only been here for a couple of months. Malik Washington, he can fly. He's shown us that he's shown toughness after coming back from a big hit. Second gear across the 40. Running through Buccaneers across the 45. What a return. One of the better we've seen in the preseason.
You're going to see a lot of 12, 13 personnel. I think you're going to see mismatches in terms of personnel. You're trying to keep that linebacker on the field, keep a corner off the field, force people to do what they don't want to do, and that's play the run on a regular basis.
Hey, Howard, you may want to look up here. How about this? There we go. McAllister. Yeah. Tyreek McAllister with a statement here in the preseason.
See, and those are the kind of games we're going to win 19-16. That's the way it's going to be this year, I think.
He has a kick returning. You have to have a knack for it, and he seems to have that.
Guerrero trying to answer. Isaac Guerrero breaks tackles. Sam Webb trying to chase him down and will knock him out of bounds at the 5, but not before a 92-yard return by the rookie out of Louisville.
11-7 Bills in front. Smith-Marset on the return. Across the 25 and still going. Chased from behind by Ingram, and Klein is able to clip him close to the sideline. But a big return for Amir Smith-Marset, the wide receiver out of Iowa.
Not allowing any space for the quarterback to drop the football in.
Corey Bojorquez punting to D. Eskridge.
Oh, dude, he got space.
Flag's on the play, but he sure does have a lot of space. You see him running past the flag right there near midfield.
This is what this kid can do.
Yep, this is how he wants to make this football team. Touchdown, Seahawks, so we'll see if it stands.
Well, here we go. The Cardinals will kick it off. And we're going to have a return.
There you
How
go.
about that? Codrington makes a few men miss. Spins inside Cardinals territory. Max Melton out of Rutgers made the tackle.
Bears fans.
DeAndre Carter will bring it out. There's a solid return. He's got an alley. There goes Carter into Tennessee territory. Might be one of the best returns you see in week 1 with the new dynamic kickoff.
They saw something preparing for this game. Inside the 40 of New Orleans is Shaheed. He's trying to turn the corner, and he does. Showing off that speed, Shaheed. Inside the 20. And there are no flags.
Pass with the kickoff. Cardinals will return it. DJ Dallas. DJ Dallas with a burst across the 40. Bass can't take him down. Dallas may go on the outside. One man to beat. Dives to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. No flags. 96 yards.
DeMarcus Lawrence has been sensational. Had 5 pressures in that first half. Gets his first sack of the year. And another Bojorquez punt. Turpin racing up the middle. Kavontae Turpin needs one more block. He's got it, and he goes for the touchdown.
Rocket to the 9. Hang time 4-9-1. Berrios finds a seam. Berrios got a block by Hill, and out of bounds he goes. Terrific return by Braxton Berrios.
$43-yard punt. Here comes Smith. Oh! Here he comes. Xavier Smith. The first touch of his NFL career takes the Rams out near midfield.
In the running game, really done a nice job. Good game plan coming in, and they've executed it well.
Here is a return chance for Eckler, who is picking his way out across the 45. Still rolling down inside the 35 of Cincinnati.
There are no flags, and that is a statement.
Keep an eye on his return, as this is a line drive kick that will be returned from the 4-yard line. Tucker works his way out past the 30, still on his feet. There he goes, and finally tackled by the last man who can get him.
That's it on their third 3 and out of the day.
Which leaves time for Houston to take a shot at it if they so choose.
That's the 5th punt for Sam Martin. This is returnable for Robert Woods, the former Bill. Down the sideline, Woods using the speed, and he's forced out of bounds. Out across the 45, the Texans have 30 seconds to work with.
Today, they're setting their feet and breaking on the football. So Sanchez now suddenly a busy man, punts it away, and he gets a good one. Duvernay backpedaling, he's going to play it from inside the 30. Duvernay plays a speed demon in the return game. Up the sideline, what a play by Duvernay.
It's been a game where the defenses have become dominant. Mims from the 12. Turns the corner. Mims with a crease. Marvin Mims just tripped up at midfield by Schenker.
Guy likes to have fun, dominate at the same time.
Meanwhile, breaking tackles, and he breaks free. Chenault, exactly what the Seahawks needed, and Chenault for the touchdown. 97 yards.
So the rare double dip for Kmet right there. That's Tank Bigsby on the return. Tank Bigsby. Man, this guy's all kinds of exciting. Return of 41 on the line drive kick sets the Jaguars up very nice.
Great field position here and just gonna go cut into this deficit.
So Camarda boots it. 47-yard punt. Shaheed's got room. And there goes Rashid Shaheed. The spark that the Saints needed. It's a touchdown to the punt return. Keyshawn Nixon now the returner for the Packers. Gilligan's second punt in the last couple of moments. And Nixon trying to bounce this one to the outside. He gets the corner, and Keyshawn Nixon down the sideline, knocked out by Gilligan.
There's just too many things for the Cowboys defense to defend. So if the Cowboys want to make it a game in the second half, it's going to have to be great execution.
Turpin would like this.
Oh, Kavontae Turpin got the kicker to beat. Can he do it? All the way down in field goal range already, so that's a good decision.
Not 47-9.
No,
I think that was going to be the challenge.
Yeah, that was not the challenge. I think the big deficiency we saw.
Well, they're going to take it out. Why not? Turpin again. See if he can take one to the house. Good return out to the 40 as
Beringer to boot it away. Parker has to retreat all the way inside his 5, and he catches it. Makes a beeline past the 20. He's got some open space. Past the 40. Gets past the punter. Inside the 40. Parker Washington is going to go all the way for a touchdown as he does the Nestea plunge into the end zone.
Something tells me that feeling out process is not going to last long. I think he's ready to go.
Chubb's going to have to wait his turn. Cleveland won the toss, take the first, so Cincinnati and Joe Burrow is going to get the football to begin. Dustin Hopkins does the honors, and we're off and running here in Cleveland. Charlie Jones going to play it, but a half step inside his own end zone, and he's got a seam. Jones, Hopkins unable to beat him, and here we go. Way. Jones, one man to beat him, and he is in. Let's see what the officials say. They may mark him back. Now they say touchdown.
Wonderful job. They just ran all go, which means everyone get up on the ball. We're going to snap. That means their coaching staff is prepared.
Here's a return opportunity for the Texans. Oh, and it's a nice return. Look at him going here. It's Pierce. 42-yard return.
what you don't need if you're San Fran. You need a little momentum. You need to make a play against tight coverage, and just can't get it done.
Here's Wisnowski's punt. Harden thinking about a return. Oh, he's got room. Cole Hardman turns on the speed. Down to the 40. Finally taken down all the way around the 30.
It's a lot of one-on-one balls down the sideline. And you can see Drake May not afraid to throw the football down the field.
Bryce Behringer's punt. Xavier Gibson slips a couple of tackles. Gibson crosses midfield.
Anthony Richardson had a couple of humongous plays. Big touchdown throw.
Ashton Doolin on the kick return. Doolin at the 30, still going across the 40. Fairbairn there. Doolin cuts it back near midfield into Houston territory and down at the 39-yard line. What a return for Ashton Doolin. Give him 56 yards.
So they're having this type of success for the first time all season against one of the best secondaries they've gone up against.
Here's Khalil Dorsey getting to the edge, and Dorsey with a crease. Dorsey across midfield, down the sideline. Dorsey finally shoved out by Amani Hooker, but an explosive play on special teams for Detroit. Mason begging for a flag at the end of that one. That looked like a pretty well-timed play by Terrion Arnold. Khalif Raymond from the 14. Raymond slips through traffic, and Raymond, who's got tremendous speed. Raymond down the sideline. Raymond to the 30, cuts it back and is tackled at the 22.
Now start the second half the way they started the game, forcing a 3 and out. As Marstead on to punt. Marcus Jones going to play it just outside his 10. Cuts it to the near side. Jones has some real estate. Jones breaking free. Inside Jets territory, still on his feet. All the way down to the Jets 25.
First 3 and out this afternoon for the Titans. Ryan Stonehouse, excellent punter. Raymond from the 10-yard line. Raymond has one terrific return already today. Looking for a second. Raymond up the sideline, across the 30. Khalif Raymond, goodbye.
For Spencer Rattler at all costs.
I just got a text. Christina said we look good in the fog, in the haze. This is Kendra Miller on the return, and Miller puts a move on, and Kendra Miller all the way up across the 40.
As if he's got a free release and is getting into the route. But based on what he was doing, I think he just had a mental error there, not helping his left tackle.
Flag is down, returned by Austin. Plenty of room, great return, still rolling. Flag is down, Austin into the end zone, touchdown. Taking you up close and personal, showing you the sights and letting you hear the sounds from Acrisure. Here's a return by Smith-Marset. He's got an alley and a return out to the 45.
Against opposing passing games.
Corey Bajorquez, more punts than any punter in the league. Not surprising with all the offensive struggles here. And this one is fielded. Darius Davis back into the mix, and Davis shot out of a cannon. Finally brought down all the way inside the Cleveland 30.
To Marcus Jones, a very explosive returner out of Houston. And a big return to set up the Patriots against the Jets. This is returnable. It was a line drive kick. Jones on the return. And he keeps his feet somehow across the 45.
Bigsby on the return. Across the 25, and Bigsby moves his shoulder all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Irving with a chance from inside the 5. Gets a couple of blocks, still rolling. Bucky Irving, nice cut there, and down near the 49.
1/3 of their drives end in a 3-and-out, 4th worst in the league. And a line drive punt, DeAndre Carter at the 15-yard line. Carter with a little bit of a wall to the outside. Carter down the sideline. DeAndre Carter with a move and into Patriots territory.
And I just want to say to the great man, he just turned 88 a little more than a week ago. We wish him a happy birthday. What a spectacular person. Here's Turpin on the return. Turpin finding some room. Turpin's across the 40 and shoved out at the 41. Saturday on Fox. Taken from the 2-yard line by Davis. Out across the 30, still going. Davis down the sideline, steps out of bounds.
Trying to keep the good times rolling after winning 2 of their last 3. Rams won the toss in, deferred. So it'll be Javon Baker, the rookie. They'll bring it out for the Patriots. Slips 1 tackle. And a good return. A very good one out near the 45-yard line for the rookie. This is the best return of his very young career.
Based on what we see throughout this first quarter, Taysom Hill is back deep.
We're going to eventually see him on defense soon.
Here he comes. Across the 20, 25, found a hole, out across the 40.
Running the football and then looking for opportunities down the field.
Carlson kicks it off, and this is Doolin on the return. Ashton Doolin flies across the 30, and Doolin is tripped up. And maybe saving a bigger play was Chaz Surratt, the 3rd-year linebacker out of North Carolina.
Big series for the Saints defense. Couple of sacks. At the 11-yard line, after some hesitation, it's Pettis. Dante Pettis across midfield. Did he stay in bounds? Wow, he stayed in the end zone. Touchdown!
Opinion on to punt it away. Mims, the deep man. Mims from the 18-yard line. Has some room in front with blockers. Mims to the 30. Mims dancing to the edge to the 35. Mims across the 45. Into Falcon territory and knocked out at the 45-yard line.
And to Samaje Perine. We're underway in Charlotte. Returnable inside the 5. It's Perine. Perine's got a lane. Perine trying to cut to the outside, and he's tripped up from behind. Nearly busted one to open the game. Farley makes the tackle.
Ogunbowale is one of the 2 back deep to receive for the Texans, and we are underway. An AFC South matchup between the Texans and the Titans. This will be returned at the goal line by Dameon Pierce, and Pierce breaks a few tackles, breaks to the outside, he might get away. He's over to the sideline, he's got a couple of men to beat, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
3 ability to stop the clock, 2 timeouts, and the 2-minute warning. They can kick this thing deep.
Line drive to Turpin, and it bounces through his legs. Here he comes. Devontae Turpin spinning 3. Here he goes. Fastest man in the NFL. Devontae Turpin takes it all the way. Touchdown, Dallas.
Romo to kick it off. DeAndre Carter from the 5-yard line. Carter looking for an opening. Finds one. Carter across the 40. Breaks a tackle. Carter across midfield. Trying to find a little redemption. And he's to the Vikings 40-yard line.
Last time he went to the left.
He goes straight ahead this time, and it's picked up, and that'll put the nail in the coffin. End-to-end Wanye Thomas. Although you can make a pretty good argument he should have went down.
So able to get 3 points out of that.
Lobby, he's going to have to run it out here at the 1. The rookie out of New Hampshire. Oh, he's got room. Looks, can he bring him down? No. And then he's knocked down. Key out of bounds. His first carry in the NFL was a fumble.
A&M. A return by Darius Davis. How about a spark? Darius says, let me provide it. And he's out of bounds at the 45.
So you want to be a punter. Gets rid of it. Does a great job to get rid of it, and a good high kick, too. And it's taken on there by Smith-Marset, who's got some room down the sideline. Leaping over Cowboys, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 30.
And off we go on Thanksgiving night. The final course. And awaiting is Nixon. Across the 20, good return man, Nixon. Almost breaks free, gets to the 46-yard line. Big return for Nixon right out of the gate, and a Packer injured on that return.
He goes to the sideline here. Kickoff is a bouncing ball. It's fielded at the 6-yard line by Abdullah. Running his way, and Abdullah will take the ball inside the 30 to the 25-yard line.
So after the Seahawk touchdown, Myers boots it away, and here is the former All-Pro kick returner for Minnesota, making his Jet debut, Kane Nwangu. He's already housed 3 of them in his career. He's going to get a block, and welcome to the Jets with a big-time return for a touchdown. Go. It is Williams this week. This inebriated game continues halfway through the second quarter, and now it is Xavier Gibson trying to get loose, and he has a great return out near midfield.
Great guy. What's up, Dante? Records are meant to be broken, so.
Well, it's only time. Not broken yet.
I'm foreshadowing. Next week.
Another big return out to the 45-yard line by Jordan Whittington.
21-3. Did the best they could to keep the big 5-yard markers, the lines, and the numbers, and the hash marks as clear as possible as the second half begins with San Francisco getting the ball. And Deebo Samuel running right. And there goes Deebo across the 40 to midfield. Still running all the way past the 40 into the Buffalo 38-yard line.
So let's get this started. Great to have you with us.
Great to have you with us, Jim.
Yeah, thank you, friend. Look at this run back. It's a nice one by Ford. Chugging along and still going strong. My goodness, what a return.
Carlson, the kickoff. Miami will have no timeouts. This will be taken. And Malik Washington weaving his way, finding a gap, runs into Carlson, runs over, could check him. Then finally brought down by Bernard Converse.
And AJ, it has to translate on the offensive side of the football. The Giants are averaging just 10 points per game at home this year. As Graham Gano kicks it off, and Justice Hill on the return from his own 4-yard line. Hill across the 30. He's got some room. Hill at midfield. And Hill finally out of bounds in Giants territory. A 59-yard return.
Extra advantage. Pretty amazing that Reed does this so well and loves doing it for the return man. Ford gets it to the outside, and that's what Cleveland needed. Returnable kick from Reed, who's not normally a kickoff man. Excellent field position.
They're going to get the ball with pretty good field position. 2 timeouts left and about 1:45.
So the Colts use their first timeout. They're going to be in pretty good position here. Gould fielding the punt. Gould weaving his way through traffic. Gould breaking free inside Denver territory, and boy, he nearly broke it. A 37-yard return.
And Jonathan Cooper makes that play.
So they lose 5 on a 3rd and 3. Sanchez forced to punt. Mims going to play it from around his own 25. Mims has some real estate, comes across the field. He's got a lead blocker. Mims gets it inside the 25. Mims finally brought down at the 15.
Oh, smokes.
Marvin Mims Jr. bringing the Colts to their knees.
The 10-0 lead against Pittsburgh, and had an impressive 27-13 win. And off to a good start here. Luke McCaffrey on the return. McCaffrey has some room. McCaffrey crosses midfield. And again, Washington, excellent field position. 47-yard return, longest of his young career.
So it's Tyler Bass to get it started. We're underway in Orchard Park. Gibson, Erickson, the return man. It's going to be Gibson taking it to the sideline. Gibson with an excellent return to open up for New England.
Pierce they love because he can break through those arm tackles in moments like this. And it will be Pierce from just in front of the goal line. Looking to set up the blocking. Pierce through the crease. Lowers the shoulder. Dameon Pierce. Angry run on the return. Down to the 44.
Giants' first lead at the half since week 3 in Cleveland. Second half kickoff is taken out by Smith-Marsette. Still going. Amir Smith-Marsette, New Jersey native, takes it all the way for a Giants touchdown.
Miami has to win 2 games, and they just need Denver to lose to KC, and they're in because Indianapolis will lose today.
Here's the return, and it's a big one. That's Ty Johnson, slammed down by Tony Adams at the 49-yard line.
Wow. He might be keeping an eye on that Bengals-Steelers game after, right?
No
Henderson
doubt.
right there.
No doubt.
13 sacks as well. This is Keaton Mitchell. Mitchell has a crease, makes a cut, and is just brought down there by Dustin Hopkins. The kicker saved the touchdown by grabbing his leg.
It was the front that was speeding up that clock.
Whelan to punt it away. Cleaner operation this time, trying to pin everybody deep, and it's fielded on the far sideline. It's Blackwell, a little bit of trickery in the special teams game, and Blackwell is going to take it all the way for a Chicago touchdown. 94-yard return. His first career punt return touchdown, and the Bears take a 6-0 lead.
Every time that they've won 13 games in a season, they've gone on to make a Super Bowl appearance.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return for the Eagles. Dangerous kick return, man. And there he goes at midfield and pushed out of bounds in Giants territory. Devad Wilson.
There's no question the guy can still spin the ball.
Greg Joseph's kick, fielded by Malik Washington. Washington has some room. Malik Washington to the sideline. Great speed into Jets territory, all the way across the 30. Longest return of the rookie's career, 69 yards. Remigio on the return. Nico spins. Still going. Bends it back and down. Ball comes out. And we'll see who comes away with it right out of the gate. Chris Boyd made the stop and the ball came out. Kansas City ball.
The guys won for the books. Gainwell from too deep, bringing it out for Philadelphia. Kennedy's got a little space, and he gets through that second line of the special teams tackles, and across the 40-yard line to the 43.
Martin punted one time for 56. This one travels 45. Remigio able to shake off the first tackle. Boy, he's some returner, this kid. There he goes down the sideline. Remigio still on his feet, and finally clobbered from behind by Williams. But that's a 44-yard run back after a 45-yard punt.